see if we can get this going. Can find everything. There we are. I think we're set. Now we'll just wait for someone to join us this morning. Let's see, here we go. Let's get this straightened up. We are at June 15th, 2021. We're right almost the middle of June already. Let's see, we'll just wait. I'm just a minute or two early, so we'll just wait a little bit to see who's going to join us this morning. I decided it's better to go a little bit early in case I have problems with the camera freezing or something like that. So we'll just wait a second or two. There we go. There's a lot to do. You have to remember to turn the other device off to mute, but you have to be able to see it on the iPad, and so it's all a little tricky, but we're getting it. So I'm getting it. Okay, we'll just wait a little bit. Now it's right about, well, a few minutes before 10. I can see some bare spots up in there on the shelves above my head. I need to rearrange my pictures. I've not been very good about getting pictures in frames this last year. I don't know anyway, I need to get some more frames, I think, so I can frame these pictures. Let's see if anyone's going to find us today. My voice is a little bit raspy. I still have allergies, I guess. Just this one side of my sinus blockage, almost like on one side of my head. But I think that's probably what happens when you fly 3 different times, 3 different airlines in 3 weeks. It sort of clogs up things. Okay, let's see here. It is June 15th. I wonder if we're going to find anyone today. Oh, there's Melissa. Okay, that's always, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you finding me. That always helps others find us too. So do some likes or thumbs up or what, just keep commenting. Are you working from home today, or are you on a little break at work? Good to see you on here. And I hope you're enjoying the new catalog. And okay, good. I'm glad we at least are in the right place. That's always reassuring when one person finds us. So we'll just wait another minute. Today is June 15th. It's probably your last day at home. Well, you're working from home, and then next week you'll go in person. Everything will be in person. Where do you work, Melissa? And how is the weather in California? It's pretty hot here in Montana today. It's windy too. We have a lot of fire danger going on. It's gotten hot pretty fast. One week we have snow, the next week it's 90 degrees. So anyway, let's see. Melissa, it might be just you and I this morning. I don't know. I can't figure out why no one else is finding us. But we'll just keep going here. Today in our announcements, our demonstrator announcements. It's hot there too, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, hey, Carla, glad to see you. Looks like you're late because Pastor Jim called you. Well, that was very nice of him. Well, good to see you, Carla. I'm glad you could join us. I know you're busy right before you'll have to babysit. Anyway, today is June 15th, and if you girls will just keep commenting, say hi, thumbs up, whatever, like, that'll help others because I think everyone's having trouble finding us today. Today's announcements were really quite short, but it was fun to see that we're going to have a designer series paper special. Hi, Linda Wilmuth. Glad to see you found us today. July 1st to August 2nd, we're going to have a DSP sale. I was sort of surprised. That's 15% off. They're giving us lots of incentives. They do this one once a year, but I guess I didn't remember when it was. So that's a good special. It's going to be coming up. They're really doing a lot with the kits. I think Sarah Douglas is going to be starting to do a Saturday craft day or something that people can tune into. So that's pretty neat. The kits, I had a kit party the other night. We had wine and a little potluck, and we did just worked on kits, and it was really quite fun. Kits are easy, and you don't have to think too much. You can just gather with friends or do it on your own or give it as a gift. Oh, thank you, Carla. Today is Terry's and my 47th anniversary, and we're going out to dinner tonight. So thank you very much. It hardly seems possible. That's a long time. We have one more thing, or two more things. We have 2 more weeks, and then it'll be the end of June. So I hope you'll place your orders, get things ordered before the end of June for this quarter. Most of you have done a really good job of exceeding the amount. And if you haven't, you have few more weeks. And I've given out prizes for the card challenge. I was a little slow on that with all my travels, but I have 2 challenges planned for this team. One that'll start today, but so far I don't have a card done myself, so I will post it maybe later. It's going to be June 15th to the 26th, and it's going to be anything water related. It can be something with boats. Hey, Kathy Wilkerson, good to see you on here too. You found us. Are you at work? So anything with water. It could be the lighthouse set, or it could be the fishing set, or the boat, or there's a really cute diorama die and fish set. So something with water related, because now we tend to, now that it's summer, we're doing things, and there are summer birthdays. Those are good cards for summer birthdays. And then the next challenge after that, at the end of June and the beginning of July, will be red, white, and blue. So you can be thinking about those and enter some cards. So start designing something. And and don't forget our last chance. We have 2 more weeks, and there are lots of really cool things that are still for sale. And I'm going to be working with one of them today. It's this beautiful foiled paper that was normally, it's right in the beginning of the mini catalog. Normally $10 for, I don't know how many sheets, but it's really gorgeous. But today I'm going to do some embossing on it. Well, really, I'm not going to do embossing. I'm going to be doing using a die on it. So anyway, it used to be $10. It's only $5 right now. So that's really sort of a special thing. I ordered more. They still have it. So it is really, really nice. So I'm just so glad. I'm glad some of you found us. Okay, I'm going to move my computer over, and we have a lot today. A lot of neat things, actually, and things I think you're going to enjoy. That was on page, the mini catalog, page 11 is where that foil paper is. Page 11. Hey, Tess. Tess Zimmerman is in Texas. Good for you. You're out of school, I bet. Do you have the summer off, Tess? I'm glad you could find us today. Good morning. Okay, we are going to start, because both projects have there's a little bit to them. So here we go. Close your eyes while I flip the camera around. Let's see if I can get this Nice and straight. There we go. I wanted to. We're not doing these cards. This card was in my plant class, but I did an extra card. Do you see do you see the die? We're going to use that today. So that leaves an impression. And this is another one. This was a swap card I received from, I think, Leanne Greff. And I don't know if you can see the green part of this. It has that stitching. And that's what we're going to do. Those are the cards just for me to line up my phone and everything for you to see. Okay, the first one we're going to do is going to be, oh my goodness, one I definitely did not want to have. I was not going to order it. And then I did because I saw cute things and oh my goodness, it's very, very fun. This is called Turtle Friends. Has happy birthday, turtley love, belated birthday, sorry I was slow, forever friends, and it has a wonderful punch. And it's not very expensive. Let me see if I have it marked in my catalog. Here it is. It's on page 56, and the whole bundle is only $30.50. Well, it is really quite a fun little set, and then we're going to use that foil paper too. So it's an easy set. I'm going to set that right there, and I've got my things all ready. I have a lot of turtle cards to show you. I'm going to stand up so make sure I get this in. These were 2 swap cards that I received yesterday, actually. Aren't they cute? Hello, little one. Isn't that a sweet one for a baby? And a belated birthday. They're really nice. I have a swap group that is in, well, I don't know, they're all over the country, but they're people that went, the achievers that went to Hawaii. Isn't that a pretty one? That's the gingham paper in the background. And then this is what we're going to create today. We're going to make something with this cool foil paper. Here is the same card with this. This has a real, if you could touch it, you would feel the little bumps. Anyway, it's really quite neat. This is all, it's not embossing, it just leaves an impression. So it's really cool. Anyway, these are the 2 cards that I did with that, and we'll get started on that. I want to bring in, the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my Big Shot. No, I'm not using my Big Shot. I'm using my cut and emboss machine because and I love that cut and emboss. This is the die. It's called Stitch Greenery. It is a die that stands alone. It's in the back of our catalog, I think on I don't know what page, 169, but it looks like this, and it just leaves an impression, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when you do it. So I'm going to bring, I have my little pack of paper here, all my little supplies, and I have a piece of white paper that is, the white is 4 by 5 1/4. And if you want to take a screenshot, you can. The pink, this is pink. It's really Rococo Rose. It's sort of like the freesia. I have a freesia shirt on, and I think that's the color we're going to use for blends. But it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. It's 1/8 less than this white. So I'm going to bring, and then I have a base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Just a black base. And I saw this card from a lady and a friend in Indiana, and her name is Sherry. And then she got this from someone else also. So I don't really know. I think you can find it in quite a few places on the internet. So we're going to use, I don't really, it doesn't, the mini one does not fit. So we're going to be using all of our plates. So I've got my die cutting plate, and what I'll do is I'm going to put my foil, I'm going to put this right on top. You don't even have to line it up because it's all just a leaf background. This is sort of an awkward position. Then my number 3, we've got 2 number 3 plates here. And I'm just going to hold this and run it through. And we'll see what we get. Look at that. Isn't that neat? The other side, you can feel it. But I chose to have it going sort of debossed. And pretty neat. So I will just pack up this machine, this cut and emboss machine, which I really love. Really love it a lot. Oops. Things falling on the floor. That's really typical of Facebook Lives. Things just fall. Here we go. So we're going to put this all together. This is our base, 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to just put my adhesive I'm using the seal, just a regular seal. I really like both of them. I use both of them a lot. There's just, I'm going to have to get down a little closer to see this. Just a skinny little border. And, you know, like right now, that didn't start. So you can either advance it with your thumb, but you can also put it on your silicone mat. If you do that, then it'll just work beautifully. So if it ever stops, just run it on your silicone mat, or advance it with your thumb or your finger. There we go, like that. And then our inside is 4 by 5.25, just our standard size. And oopsie, I have that. Well, it's a little bit crooked here. I think I'll just, my mom is 94, but she sort of, if something it gets stuck the wrong way, you can just sort of blow on it, and that'll lift off that adhesive. So, because it's not straight. Sometimes when I'm way up high like that, it's hard to get something straight. Now I'm going to sit down, so you may not hear me quite as well when I'm sitting. Okay, there it goes. That worked really well. Now let's bring our stamping tools in here. And our Hey Turtle stamp. And we're going to use some black and some freesia, fresh freesia. And we've got our blends right there. And we've got some, I'm going to just set that right there. And this is a photopolymer. So we need our foam mat, and that is one thing that I don't have at the desk. Isn't that strange? I always have one here, but I don't have it. But I can just go get it for just a second, because we cannot stamp with, here it is. Not my half-size one, but you can't stamp with photopolymer stamps because it doesn't have that cushion. So we want to always make sure we have a cushion underneath a photopolymer stamp. Our red rubber stamps are built with the foam, so they don't need it. Okay, we're taking our turtle, just ink it up, and we're going to stamp him like that. Let me see if I can bring this up a little bit. How's that? Okay, and then we're going to stamp his, we are going to color him with blends, but I'm going to do his shell in the freesia color. Fresh freesia, there we go. It's, you can also do, like this card has it's time to celebrate. And that fits in there just like that turtle piece did. And then we need the little hat. So we'll do that in black. We'll just do that right there in black. And then we're going to do a black verse. Close that up. And let's see what, I think I'll do the belated one, because I have several nieces and nephews who I'm a little bit slow on. This would be really, really cute for them. And let me get a strip here. I've got a white strip. Oh, I don't know. I think it's 3/4 of an inch is what it is. And I like this one. It's such a cute idea for a turtle. And I'm going to put it right over here. Happy belated birthday. Sorry I was slow. And one of my nephew's little daughter just had a birthday last weekend and I didn't send a card. So this will be just perfect to use after that. And let's see, we'll put that right there. There's my cover for my black memento. We'll put that right here and move this out of the way. Okay, and now we're going to do a little bit of coloring. We're going to take our punch first, and you can just take this punch and just get this little turtle. One nice thing about our punches, you can get them you can sort of lock it halfway and it won't budge. See how it won't move? Only Stampin' Up! Punches do that. And then you have to fussy cut your little hat. And I had one here all done, but I don't see it now. It's gotten lost. It was here. But anyway, now we're going to color these. You can also stamp. You can stamp like this one. I stamped on the soft succulent and then did soft succulent on the shell right there. Sort of cute. Okay, and we'll put that aside and let's get our card. And we'll put this on so we don't lose it. Okay. We'll just put it right here. It's just as long, I think it's 5 1/8. It's going to cover up the, right to the edge of that. And now we're going to bring in our blends, the soft succulent and seafoam. I thought I would try a little bit lighter turtle this time. Let's see how that would look. I'm going to get my reading glasses on there, so I can see better. Okay, we're going to see what we do, how this looks. I've been using, I think it'll be good actually. This is the darker. And, well, let's see, let's add just a little bit of this light succulent right along the edge. Color his toes in with that darker color. Here we go. And now I'm going to take my lightest seafoam, light seafoam, and we're just going to sort of blend those colors. And when you're blending, you want to make little circles like this. There we go. And that's sort of cute, that color, I think. Before I was using just the succulents, but I like that. And and now we're going to take our very lightest freesia, this one, and I'm just going to color right over. Just going to go over this. You wouldn't, obviously you could do it with a different color, but anyway, so this, there we go. It sort of has an interesting look to it with the stamp and the blend. And we'll do a little bit of Winkostella on the shell. There we go. Put a little bit of Winkostella in his eye. And he is just about ready to go. And let's put him, let's get some dimensionals on him. Here's one right here on my hand. And let's see, let's get my little dish here. See if we can find something that'll fit in his body. I think we'll just cut this right in half. as you know, I just absolutely love these big pieces that you can cut. And that should be enough. I think we'll just take that off. His eye. We don't even need any on his legs, I don't think. And we'll put him right on this little road. Happy belated birthday. Sorry, I was slow. And on the inside, I think we'll stamp a little turtle. Let's see once. Let's get that. The little tiny turtle. We'll put him right down there. And we can stamp a little turtle on the envelope. Sort of cute. There you go. And our card is all finished. Oh, we forgot the little hat on him. Yeah, that hat just sort of makes it, doesn't it? Let me see once here. Oh, I have a hat that's all... Here, I clipped it in here so I wouldn't lose it. So we're going to put the hat on. I'm going to put a little tiny dimensional. Let's see, I'm going to cut one of my dimensionals. You could use a mini one. I just don't know where my mini ones are. They always get sort of buried. Because I don't really use the minis very much at all. Because they're just almost impossible for my hands to gather up and touch to find them. So I tend to cut the dimensional in half. And there we go. We'll put a little hat on. And I think some rhinestones. And now, you know, these in-color jewel rhinestones are back. So if you don't have these, oh, you definitely need these. I've gone through 2 packages already. And this is now opening up the third. Open it up on the side like that. You can just sort of slip it back in. And we'll use one of those pink ones for the top of his hat. And if you wanted, you could put one in his eye. I think I'll just leave the wink of Stella. But there is our card. Isn't that fun? And I'll tell you what, I think if you have a chance, you wouldn't have to do this greenery, this stitch greenery. But it is very, very fun. And Turtle Friends is the name of the stamp. And I'm going to show you just something else that I made. I mean, I can't stop making these turtle cards, turtle things. I'll show you my envelopes, the Ombre Envelopes. They are very fun too. And if you want to take a picture of these, you might want to take a screenshot. I use the Tailor made tag dies. Well, these are another item in the back of the catalog that stands alone. I thought, oh gee, stitch tags, we don't really need something like that. But well, they're really, really nice. I like all sizes. It has the little reinforcing things right here all together on one piece so you can, you don't lose the little ones. And this is what I made. So here is the fresh freesia with the turtle. Happy birthday. And the paper that I used here, the designer paper, is from the In Color DSP, the little 6x6. This one, You Are Totally Loved, and I used the little buttons, the little flower buttons. This is the succulent. This is polished pink. You Are Truly Loved. This is the evergreen, and this is the papaya. So those are just as fun. They were really fun. Little gift bags in all of our fresh colors. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? So if you haven't gotten these bags, they're neat. I am having a class on Thursday in person. It's in colors, and we are using these bags to create something too. We're not making those, but we are making something else that's very pretty. So let me clear this out of the way, and I will show you our next cards. Our next cards are going to be an easel. And here they are. The Hats Off is fun. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I could have so much fun creating with hats. But it is really very, very fun. And I saw this from a gal, Cindy Brumbaugh. She lives, I don't know, I think in North Carolina, maybe. I met her on our trip in Hawaii. I've followed her for years, and I never had met her. But anyway, we're going to do something like this. And here we go. Well, before we start, I'll show you some other cards that are all made using this hat. And then we'll go into that project. Here's one I made with a fish. Yeah, these are all the papers, the well-suited papers, and those will be retiring in a couple weeks. That's not on sale or anything, but here's the same card with lots of little hats. So what if that was a celebration stamp? Here's another one, a Z-fold friend. Now that piece is from the Paper Pumpkin Batter Up. I thought the hat was, and that's from the Batter Up Paper Pumpkin, You're the Best. Just really simple cards. Here's what I did in Wisconsin when I was with my mom and Carla. We stamped and then cut out. I actually find that it's more work to stamp and cut out. It die cuts beautifully without stamping. Look at this one. Look at the stitching on this pink. Great card for a girl. This one I just received yesterday, and I thought it was beautiful. You're the Best, and it was a card from my Achievers group, and this person used the hand pen petals designer paper for her hat. Isn't that pretty? What a great design. Love that, with the purple in the background, Highland Heather. So those are those cards. And okay, we will bring our little stash. I'm going to have to bring my cutter in here to show you how to do this. We're going to start with a piece of cardstock, and I cut this. If you want to take a 4 1/4 by 11, and I already scored it at 5 1/2, and now I'm going to score it diagonally. I'm going to go from this corner to that corner. So I'm going to take my paper cutter, and I know you can't see this whole thing. I'll just sort of bring it like this, and I'm going to see if hopefully you can see me do this. I'm lining up the other fold mark right there, and I know you're not seeing the whole thing, but the 2 points are going to be lined up right along the track. I'm going to close it and come down like this, and that's all there is to it. And this is an easel card, and now I'm going to fold it and take my bone folder, give it a good crease. I had never made one of these cards with an angle like this. Really easy, very easy. It's going to stand up like this, and now we're going to put our insides in. We've got a 4 by 5 1/4. We'll just pop that in right away. You would probably want to stamp on it first, but we're just going to do that to get it out of our way for now. There we go. And now we're going to do the same thing with our plaid paper. I'm going to set that aside, and this is from the Well Suited. I bet many of you have that designer paper. If you don't, oh my goodness, one of the best masculine papers that Stampin' Up! Has ever made. I did one card out of that one, and then we are going to use this one. I sort of like the way that just reminds me of my husband's shirts. He's got one like that. He's got several shirts that are like that. Doesn't have that, but he's got that one for sure. Okay, so that is Well Suited, and I think it's $11.50, and it's in the last chance list. It's not on sale, but we are going to. So you have to do it this way. I think you have to cut your designer paper 4 by 5 1/4, and you will find that you're going to cut it in half, the same like we scored before, and then we'll have 2 pieces. But we're going to go. We're going to take this off, and this time I'm going to use my cutting blade. We're going to put this in the track, both of those in the track like that, and we're going to slice it in half. We get 2 pieces, so now I'll have enough for another card. and which is great because I haven't been able to stop. I've made several of these now, and haven't been able to stop making them. And going to attach it to that part we just folded. So bring in our silicone sheet, and we'll just, you can use your green glue, or you can use whatever, you can use your tape runner. And I'm going to just line this all up. You do want to be careful because this is going to be just a little bit shy of the fold, a little bit shy of the edge, so like that. And there, that's how easy it is. And now we're going to, let's put our white piece on. You want to be able to completely close up your card and fit it in an envelope. You want it to go like this. But what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to bring in my Seal Plus, my heavy duty one, or you could use your Tombow, but something that's really strong. And I'm going to put my glue right on here, just a little bit, because I want this one, the Seal Plus is super strong. And I'm not going to fold it up like this and do it. I'm going to keep it down flat. And this is the stitched rectangles. I'm going to get all my borders even, like that. Now remember, I only have adhesive right there, and so it's going to fold like that. And then we're going to do our stamping. So we'll set that aside. Excuse me for a second, my nose is draining there. We have all these little, I have a whole dish of this. I love these little plastic stamping sealer things. I've got little hats cut. Here's a red one, we'll use that one, and a navy blue one. We use the Pacific blue. And there's a dad that I stamped. Life is Great, Friend, any of those things. And let's see, we'll just, there's a star you can punch out or die cut, and there's a lightning bolt. And these all fit on, here's a lightning bolt, on these little white pieces. And there's like this one. There are all kinds of shapes. So let's see what's here. We'll set that right there, and we'll bring in our piercing mat because we have to use that to stamp our words. And I want to use the word, I know the card it's Pacific blue, but I'm going to use, I like the navy with it because it's got navy in the paper. So that was my reasoning. You're the best. I'm going to ink it up so I can stamp it up. And I'm just going to put it right there. Let's see, once in You're the Best. Isn't that a beautiful font? We'll set that aside, and let's see once. Let's choose a piece, and I think we'll do number 1. I haven't done that one yet, so we'll do it on this little piece. And here's a number 1. And I'm actually going, you would actually want to stamp first and then die cut. But I didn't want to bring the machine on again, so I die cut a bunch of pieces. There we have the number 1. And we'll set that there. And then we want to bring in our card again because we want to put the words to the man that wears lots of hats. Well, this was not my idea, but I think it's a little bit changed, but I saw this and I thought, oh, it's just perfect. And we'll close up our ink because we are done with that. And now we can put it together. So we want it like this. We want here are our little hats that I already die cut. Do you see the little stitching? Oh, where's my finger? Here's my finger. Okay, I'm glad you girls are talking to each other. And I don't know, I can't read the comments right now, but looks like someone must have had an accident. Anyway, I will go back. I always go back and answer and make comments on all of the, comments that you all make, but I'm glad you're talking and everything in between. There we go. And we can take our piercing tool and take off our dimensional. And now you want to take this and pop it to the side like that. And those dimensionals on these hats are going to hold that card up like that. If they were flat, it might tend to go down, but it does go down like that. And now we're going to put our hat. I love the red in there, and we'll pop that up with some pieces. Just put a big strip here, and then another one right there. And I think I cut that a little bit too. There we go. And I'll just peel those off like that. You should see my floor after I finish a Facebook Live. It gets a little bit, things fall and drop, and there we go. And I will do You're the Best, and we'll get a little strip for that. Let me get a little, here's one, just perfect. There's something very therapeutic about cutting these too. I don't know, it's really odd, but it's, I don't know, it is sort of neat. Okay, Life, You're the Best. And we'll put that, I want it to sort of come out, leave a little bit of an edge like that. And I forgot to do the stamping in the corner. We'll do some stars up there. We'll just put a couple of stars just because we can. Just sort of randomly like that. That's a really nice star stamp. It'll be good for 4th of July and red, white, and blue things. And now let's put our number 1 in there. This could even be my Terry's anniversary card. It might be a nice one. We have been married 47 years, and today, whoops, got this down a little bit. And we are going out to dinner tonight. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to an Italian restaurant and downtown. We don't usually venture out very far, but it'll be fun to go there. There we have the card, and it is all finished. You're the Best, number 1, to the guy who wears many hats. And look at that, it just stands right up. Can you see that, how it stands up like that? I'll take photos of all of these. And my dad passed several years, 8, 9 years ago, but that would have been a really great one. But you could, and this one has, here we have Life is Great. This one is number 1. This one I did with the black and Pacific and the navy, and that one has the buffalo. So just really sort of a fun set of cards. And this is the set of, that's the stamp and the dies. Let me just show you something before we finish. They're really, it's a great set. Holy moly. But this is really, you don't have to cut this, like you can just cut that part. But if you put that other piece in there, that does the stitching. Now, if you're doing this, I would probably stamp first and then die cut. Or you can do it the way I did it too. But I've just taped these together with washi tape so that when I die cut them, I used this the other night in our kits. So I die cut a lot of pieces for people. And I just put those all together. Do you see that? That way the washi tape will hold the stitching in place and you'll end up with pieces that look like this. Whoops. And this. Do you see the stitching? on there. It's really nice. And same with these little hats. That stitching is just terrific. So anyway, then we can put some black on the top. But anyway, great set. It's not a very expensive set either. I don't remember exactly how much it is. It's in our annual catalog, but it's a good one. So let's turn the camera up. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you loved it. It is. It's not hard either. And I bet you all could go make one. You might might rewatch the video, but it's not hard. Not hard at all. So, alrighty, we are right at 45 minutes. I know we had a little bit of a slow start, but it was hard to get people to find the channel and everything like that. So, oh, thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you could join us this morning before you go back to working in person all the time. So, don't forget, I will post these pictures this afternoon or early evening after I have to take pictures of them, and then I have to watermark them and download them, and then I'll upload them. And then I will also put in the new challenge. So I will that's going to be the water challenge. So make some card with, it could be with the little shark, it could be with the boats, it could be with sailboats, motorboats, the lighthouse, anything with water, because we are now in the middle of June and many of us are spending some time on the water. Okay, and then after that, the next challenge will be red, white, and blue. Alrighty, I hope you have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. All right, bye-bye.